Hello, my name is Jacob Kesten, and I'm a new teacher both here at St. James and in general. This is my first year teaching, and I just recently graduated from Rice University this past May with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. So I pretty much just studied pure math, and I really loved it. So I wanted to share it with the students here, and hopefully they like to learn it. So, like I said, my degree was in math. I did a bunch of research opportunities while I was in Houston, and I went abroad to Russia and Uzbekistan, where I also did some research. And then coming back, I went to Toronto and did another research project there while also completing some research at Rice. So I have a lot of background in the field of mathematics and the research side of things, but I don't have much background. So it's really a learning opportunity for me as well as for the students who are in my class who are trying to learn math, and I guess in this case, calculus. So while I was at Rice, I was also a TA for a lot of courses. So that's where I really found that I love to explain math and teach math to students. And so I really wanted to share it with high school students because I think that's where I can have the biggest impact and show them how beautiful math can be, especially since I think that a lot of students are a little scared of math in high school, and it seems like a really daunting subject before they go to college and they've decided whether or not they like math. I think it's really high school where that choice of or decision and the ideas about math really get made, and that's why I really wanted to be able to have an impact on students at the high school level and teach high school math. So, like I said, this is my first year at St. James, my first year teaching in general. I heard about St. James through a website, the Southern Teachers website, and they got me in contact with St. James, and I came and I interviewed in January before COVID hit, so I was actually able to come and see the campus and talk with some students when I came. And it was really the atmosphere of the very family-like atmosphere and like a little community out here in Maryland that I really enjoyed. And it was that aspect of life here, being able to sit with the students at meals, talk with students, see everyone every day, sort of live with them in this same community that really drew me to St. James. And so far, I've really loved it here. I really wish we could have everyone back in the classroom so I could see all the students in person rather than having to deal with the online stuff, which is a whole mess. But hopefully we'll be back in the classroom soon enough. But yeah, so this first few months here has been really great. And it really helped coming to visit when I got to really see the campus and the students and everyone who was here being super friendly and nice, and then get to talk with students, everything like that. I really loved the school, and I'm really glad that I get to be here now. So from this course, which is calculus, right? So this is the AP Calculus BC course. So we have a big book of stuff that we have to cover, and our goal is to get through that book so that hopefully everyone gets credit for college, and then they don't have to take calculus again. They can move on to maybe other maths or just not have to take math, right? If they really love it, hopefully they'll continue in college and take some other advanced math classes and see some more of the beauty of mathematics. But if not, hey, at least they get credit and they don't have to, they can move on to other things that they really enjoy and want to learn about. So the goal of this course is supposed to be 2 semesters of college calculus. So in the first semester, we do the basics. It'll be like Math 101, I think is what it's normally called. And then the second semester, we'll also do second semester like in college, which will be Math 102. So our goal is to get through differential calculus and integral calculus, along with some sequences and series stuff that we will hopefully get to cover in the second semester. And so it's a lot of material, and so the class does move very fast, but I want to take the time to make sure the students understand it as well. So if it seems like everyone's having trouble with a subject, we will slow down. Like I have a plan, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. Some topics are more difficult than others. And so the goal is really to make sure that all the students understand the topics pretty well before we move on to new topics. And so hopefully that's what's happening so far, but I'm also available after school and in other times. If they send me a message on Teams or something, I'm happy to meet anytime to make sure that they understand the subject, because the goal is to understand it enough so that we can get college credit. For the coursework, there's a lot of work because there's a lot of topics. So we start with, there's usually nightly homework that's just meant to reinforce what we do in class and give them an idea of if they can do it on their own, right? It's meant for mostly practice, and in that sense, it's graded for completion, and the answers are posted so they can check their work. The next day in class, we usually have like a short quiz. I call it a quiz because it's just meant to assess whether or not they can actually do it. So we'll talk about the homework, and then there'll be a short quiz on the material just to make sure that they're like keeping up with it and it makes sense. And that's a way for me to assess whether or not we need to go over it again. If everyone does bad or everyone does poorly, then I know that I didn't explain it well enough, and we'll need to talk about it again, make sure that we can clear up whatever is causing the confusion. These aren't supposed to be super difficult. Usually there's 2 to 3 of these little quizzes per week. I'll drop one quiz a week because these aren't meant to be stressful. They're more of an assessment just so that I can see how everyone's doing and make sure that we're all on the same page if there's anything else that needs to be covered or cleared up. Then usually there's a graded homework at the end of the week that usually has some AP problems on it so we can get some AP practice. So usually it's free response questions, and those go out on Thursday or Friday usually, and they'll be due the next Monday. And they're a little harder, so there is a curve just because AP problems are more difficult than book problems because they assess whether or not you should get college credit, right? And the books are made for high schoolers, right? So the college credit questions from AP are a little bit harder, and I give feedback on them so they can see how they're doing in respect to the AP exam and AP standards, and they can like get used to seeing these questions that they'll have to be tested on at the end of the year. And so I usually curve based on AP standards. So if you would get a 5 on the AP test, you'll get an A on the homework. And similarly, if you get a 4, it'll probably be a B. Right, so it's a very strong curve because I think that 33% or above is passing, so you get C or above with a 33%. Then we do have tests at the end of each unit. So we just recently had a test on derivatives because we just finished up the first derivative chapter. And so it was usually a place where I put multiple choice questions from the AP exam. And it also has that curve according to AP standards. And that's just another opportunity for the students to assess how they're doing, see the AP problems, and get ready for those types of questions that they'll have to be assessed on at the end to get college credit. So hopefully it's going pretty well. So far, I've been really enjoying the class with the students. Everyone seems really friendly and nice, and I think that we're moving through the material quite quickly, but hopefully everyone understands it. We've had some meetings outside of class, and it seems like everyone's doing pretty good overall. And based on the test, everyone passed according to AP standards. So I'm very happy, and it seems like everything is going smoothly, and we're getting there. So I'm excited to continue the year and stay here. It's getting a little chilly, so I'm not used to the cold, but I'm very excited to be here, and I really like the class, and I hope the students are enjoying it as well. Thank you.